Hey guys, I'm back with another video. If you've watched my 7 tips on how to be a better warrior, you'd realize that a lot of those things have to do with open world leveling. But then I kind of realized that I've never really done a video showing you guys how to open world level. I'm going to show you, at least for me, the most efficient way to level as a warrior when it comes to open world leveling. Obviously, if you do your dungeon cleaves or your dungeon spams, those are a lot more efficient and faster. But if you have to open world level, especially as a warrior, there's plenty of times, plenty of level gaps where you just have to literally just grind it out in order to go to the next area and have a safe experience. Now, this tune is on Doomhow Hardcore, so this mainly deals, like I said, with open world leveling and things like that. Taking a look at my gear, literally just BOE greens that are mid-level. I'm 32, these are all like mid-20s, so I'm not in here just rocking like a bunch of BOE blues. I do have the Whirlwind sword though, which to be honest, I absolutely hate this sword, but I'm doing the Blade Master Challenge, no chest piece, and two-handed swords only. So if you watch my videos, a lot of the time I talk about uptime. Uptime, gotta have uptime, you need uptime. What does uptime really mean? Uptime means killing as many mobs as possible, having that rage bar as high as possible, and less time eating, first aid, drinking, food buffs, whatever you want to call it. You need to become efficient as far as killing mobs without having downtime. Now, one way to do that really effectively as a warrior is to kill mobs that are lower level than you. As you can see here, a level 28 sentry. Most of these are 27, 28, and inside the mine, they're like 26, 27, and I think even a couple of them go up to 29. This is a great spot to farm for my level, and you're going to see why. When you fight mobs that are at your level or obviously a little bit higher, you have more chances of them parrying, just overall missing, and you're just not going to have a perfect warrior leveling experience. So if you've watched my videos, a lot of the time I talk about throwing on those 2 sunders, getting a hamstring out, and then kind of just auto attacking, waiting for that rage bar to fill. Now, a couple mistakes that people use: heroic strike. You should only be using heroic strike when you have 80% more rage and you have nothing else to press. So if my rage bar is at 80 out of 100 and I have nothing else to press, I already have my sunders up, that's when I press heroic strike. Your first couple abilities coming into these mobs when you're open world grinding is 2 to 3 sunders, then before 50% health, a hamstring, and then trying to fish out those overpowers. Now, why I love sundering mobs for a couple reasons. Like I just said, obviously it decreases their armor, so you hit harder. If you hit harder, you generate more rage. But not only that, you can actually fish for overpower procs on sunders. So let's see if we can get extremely lucky. And look at that. I'm going to charge in here, get my sunders going. 1, I'm going to plop blood rage here just to get that going. We got 2 sunders. Now we're at less than 50%. I'm just going to let it ride. We get a crit. I'm going to put on a hamstring for the runner. He ends up calling for help. Look at my rage bar right now, 65. My health is fine. I'm just going to walk right into the next mob, do the same exact thing. Now I have my sunders up already, and look at my rage. I have plenty of rage. I'm able to sit here. I didn't get any. I'm throwing out a hamstring, seeing if I can get a overpower proc. We did not get one. He calls for help here, which is fine. We're going to finish that mob. He's going to die off from deep wounds. We're going to go to our next one. Sunder, look at my rage bar right now. Now I can press heroic strike. I have plenty of rage. We're going to put out a hamstring. Do you see how the rage bar is extremely healthy this whole time? And I'm doing a good amount of damage. I don't have time, or I don't need to have downtime right now. We're at plenty of health, plenty of rage. Charge in. 2 sunders once again. Unfortunately, we haven't got any overpowers yet, which is fine. Throw on the hamstring. Again, with hamstring, it's just like sunder. You can get dodges off of hamstrings. So we're going to let deep wounds here. I'm going to cleave because I have plenty of rage. Boom, right into sunders. Oh, we got a dodge, so now I can overpower. I got that off of my auto attack. Hamstring. We're looking good. Now, obviously here, we're looking a little sketch, but that's okay. Boom. Now, this is what I wanted to show you. I just popped execute. Execute is a massive trap. You should only be executing in situations like that where I had low health and the mob has low health as well. I need to get it down so I can start eating. Or if the mob is running, you don't have a hamstring, it's about to pull more mobs, then you execute. You want to get in the habit of saving your rage. Do you see how much rage I had for those 4 mobs right there? I had more than 65% pretty much that whole entire time. I was able to throw on sunders immediately, get hamstrings out the fish for overpower procs. This is what I'm talking about with uptime. So now I have my downtime and we're going to do the same exact thing. I have my Blood Rage back up to get this back into motion. Charge in, Blood Rage, get the Sunders out. I have 2 Sunders already. And now look, I can just build my Rage bar right now. Throw on the hamstring, see if I can get an overpower. We crit. And now look at my Rage bar. Sitting at about exactly what I was saying, 65. We're going to charge in here. We got a level 28. Boom. 2 Sunders. We can throw on Sunders now on this guy if we want to. We're heading back over to this guy. We get a crit. Hamstring, we miss. We're going to hamstring again. We get an overpower. Beautiful. Now we're on to this target. He already has his Sunders up. I have plenty of rage. I can heroic strike. We get a crit off the heroic strike. Going to throw that Sunder out, or I'm sorry, that hamstring, and we get the kill easy. So walking into this one again, I have plenty of rage. Look at that, 90% rage. We actually got a overpower proc off of that. So we don't even need to worry about throwing on another Sunder. We got an overpower proc off the first Sunder, massive crit, easy kill. Walking into the next mob, again, 2 Sunders, already at 82%. He's already at 50%. I'm going to throw a hamstring on because he's like to run. Now we're just going to auto attack the rest of the way out. I'm not going to press execute. We have a full rage bar. Why would I do that? Going into the next mob, we're going to charge into this one, double Sunder, get the hamstring out, see if we can get a overpower proc. We did not. We're just going to auto attack the way out. We have plenty of rage. Guess what? We can heroic strike. And then we're just going to finish off the mob with hamstring. So looking at my health right now, knowing your limits is a big part of playing warrior. So I know I can kill this mob without having downtime again. So I'm going to charge, throw on the 2 Sunders, and we are going to be good to go. Throw the hamstring on, got a parry, and now we can finish him off. And honestly, at this HP, we could kill another one of these. That's a big part about playing a warrior, is just knowing your limits, really. So I'm just going to bandage here. Actually, we're going to eat. And I just killed, what, 6 mobs, having downtime. We have 5 Sunders, so maybe we should chill out. This is what I'm talking about having uptime. Uptime, 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 uptime. And look at my rage bar right now. I have the anger management talent. You should be leveling arms, especially with the improved overpower. Improved overpower is an absolute carry. My rage bar is not going down at all. I have blood rage back up. We have full HP. We are ready to get back into it. So I'm killing about 4, 5, 6 mobs at a time before I'm even having to worry about getting off a bandage or a first aid potion or a potion or anything like that. So going in here, 2 Sunders up, hamstrings up. We didn't get an overpower, put the battle shout back on. We got a crit though. Deep wounds is going to finish him off for us. And we're going right into the next mob, 2 Sunders. And the nice thing about Sunder as well is it does not replace your auto attack like heroic strike. Okay, we get heroic right there. We're looking good. Throw the hamstring on, didn't even need it. Good. Next mob. So right now we're sitting at about this is our 3rd mob on downtime here. Throw on the hamstring. And we are good to go. Now, is the XP great? No, because you're fighting mobs that are way low level, but it makes up for killing 1 or 2 mobs and then having to sit down for 30 seconds. Again, leveling as a warrior is all about uptime, uptime, uptime. I hope this video helped. Appreciate you guys watching. Be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you another time.